Picture this: a 45-year-old man sits at his kitchen table at 2 in the morning, staring at a pile of bills he can't pay. He has a good job, he's been working for over 20 years, and yet he has nothing to show for it. No savings, no investments, no safety net. Just debt and the crushing realization that he's been making the same financial mistakes for decades. This isn't a fictional character. This is the reality for millions of people right now, and it could be you if you don't stop certain money habits before it's too late. Today, we're going to uncover the most dangerous financial behaviors that are silently destroying your wealth, and more importantly, how to break free from them before they ruin your future. Let's start with the most insidious habit that's killing your financial future: living paycheck to paycheck by choice. According to a 2023 survey by Lending Club, approximately 61% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. But here's the shocking part: this isn't just low-income households. The survey found that nearly half of those earning over $100,000 annually also fall into this category. Why? Because as income increases, so does spending. This phenomenon, known as lifestyle inflation, is one of the fastest ways to ensure you'll never build wealth, regardless of how much you earn. When you get a raise or a promotion, the natural impulse is to upgrade your lifestyle immediately. A bigger apartment, a newer car, more expensive restaurants, premium subscriptions. Before you know it, your increased income is completely absorbed by increased expenses, leaving you in the exact same financial position you were in before, just with nicer things. The problem isn't just that you're not saving more, it's that you're building a life that requires an ever-increasing income to sustain. The moment something goes wrong, a job loss, a medical emergency, an economic downturn, your entire financial house of cards collapses. The second deadly habit is treating credit cards like free money. The Federal Reserve reported that total credit card debt in the United States reached over $1 trillion in 2023, with the average American household carrying approximately $7,000 in credit card debt. What makes this particularly devastating is the interest rate. The average credit card APR hovers around 20 to 24%, which means if you're only making minimum payments, you could be paying for that purchase for years, sometimes even decades. Here's a real example of how this destroys wealth. Let's say you have $5,000 in credit card debt at 22% interest, and you only make the minimum payment of $100 per month. It would take you over 7 years to pay off that debt, and you'd end up paying nearly $4,000 in interest alone. That's almost doubling what you originally spent. Now multiply that across multiple cards and multiple years, and you can see how people get trapped in a cycle where they're working just to pay interest on past purchases, never actually building any real wealth. The third habit that's robbing you of your financial future is not having an emergency fund. A Federal Reserve study found that nearly 40% of Americans wouldn't be able to cover an unexpected $400 emergency expense using cash or savings. This means that when the car breaks down, when the roof starts leaking, when a medical bill arrives, people are forced to use credit cards, take out loans, or even worse, drain their retirement accounts and face early withdrawal penalties. Without an emergency fund, you're constantly one unexpected event away from financial disaster. What's particularly dangerous about this habit is the domino effect it creates. You don't have savings, so you use credit when an emergency happens. Now you have debt to pay off, which prevents you from building savings. Then another emergency happens, you take on more debt, and the cycle continues. Financial experts recommend having 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved in an easily accessible account. But most people don't even have 1 month saved. This isn't just about being prepared. It's about breaking the cycle of debt that keeps you trapped. The fourth money habit destroying your future is delaying investment and retirement savings. Time is the most powerful tool in wealth building, thanks to compound interest, but it's the one resource you can never get back. According to Vanguard's How America Saves report, the median retirement account balance for Americans age 55 to 64 is only around $71,000. For a retirement that could last 20 or 30 years, that's nowhere near enough. The reason? Many people start saving far too late. if they start at all. Consider this comparison. If you start investing $200 per month at age 25 with an average annual return of 7%, by age 65 you'd have approximately $500,000. But if you wait until age 35 to start investing that same $200 per month, you'd only have around $240,000 by age 65. That 10-year delay costs you over $260,000, even though you only delayed investing $24,000 during those years. That's the power of compound interest, and that's what you lose by procrastinating. The fifth habit is keeping up with the Joneses, or what psychologists call comparison-based spending. Social media has made this exponentially worse. People see carefully curated highlights of others' lives, the vacations, the designer clothes, the new cars, and feel pressure to spend money they don't have to maintain an image. A survey by Credit Karma found that nearly 40% of millennials have gone into debt trying to keep up with their friends' spending habits. This isn't just frivolous, it's financially devastating because you're spending money based on other people's apparent success rather than your own financial reality and goals. The truth is, many of the people who look wealthy on social media are actually drowning in debt. According to a study by the National Endowment for Financial Education, researchers found that 1 in 3 Americans admit they've lied about their finances, often to appear more successful than they actually are. When you spend money trying to match someone else's lifestyle, you might actually be going into debt to match their debt. It's a competition nobody wins. The sixth deadly habit is not tracking your spending. A study by Mint found that 65% of Americans have no idea how much money they spent last month. If you don't know where your money is going, you can't control it. Small purchases add up devastatingly fast. That daily coffee, the subscription services you forgot about, the impulse online purchases. These small expenses can easily add up to hundreds or even thousands of dollars per month. When you don't track spending, you operate under the dangerous illusion that you're doing fine financially, right up until the moment you realize you're not. The final habit that's destroying your financial future is not investing in your financial education. According to the National Financial Educators Council, the lack of personal finance knowledge cost Americans over $350 billion in 2022. That's billion with a B. Most people spend more time planning a vacation than planning their financial future. They don't understand basic concepts like compound interest, tax-advantaged accounts, asset allocation, or even how to create a realistic budget. This ignorance isn't just costly, it's the foundation upon which all the other bad habits are built. The good news is that every single one of these habits can be changed, but only if you take action now. Start by creating a realistic budget that includes savings as a non-negotiable expense, just like rent or utilities. Build your emergency fund, even if you start with just $50 per paycheck. Pay off high-interest debt aggressively using methods like the debt avalanche or debt snowball. Start investing for retirement today, even if it's just a small amount, because time is more valuable than the amount when it comes to compound growth. Here's the truth that nobody wants to hear: your financial situation 5, 10, or 20 years from now is being determined by the choices you're making today. Every dollar you spend on something you don't need is a dollar that can't grow into your future security. Every month you delay saving is a month of compound interest you'll never get back. Every debt you carry is working against you, even while you sleep. But here's the empowering part: you have complete control over changing this story right now. If this video opened your eyes to habits you need to break, then do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we're building a community of people who are serious about transforming their financial futures. We share practical, actionable advice every week that you can implement immediately. Like this video if you found it valuable, and drop a comment telling me which habit you're committing to break starting today. Your future self will thank you for the action you take right now. Remember, it's not too late to change your financial story, but tomorrow it will be one day later. Let's build wealth together. I'll see you in the next video.